if I cancel, you will not repay the money, you will confiscate the money. In India they use the word forfeit, but what they mean by forfeit is actually you will confiscate my money. People, when they sign up on an application form which contains terms and conditions, lose sight of one basic factor, which is they lose sight of the fact that one person signing does not make it a contract. One party signing, only one side signing does not make it a contract. For it to be a contract, both the parties have to sign. This is one part of the thing that people seem to just forget about. They feel, oh, I have signed, I am now bound. I am bound by my word. You are not bound. You are not contractually bound. There is no contract. Second mistake that people make is to assume that money can be forfeited according to the policy of a company. So you will frequently hear this phrase, it is my company's policy not to refund the amount. My company's policy. Fact of the matter is, there cannot be a policy that overrides the law of the land. And generally, in all the countries that are which follow the British law, if you have not entered into a contract, you cannot forfeit amount for breach of contract. If there is a breach of contract, you may forfeit an amount. If there is no breach of contract, there is no contract, you are not allowed to forfeit or you rather confiscate the amount from the other guy, the amount given by the other guy. Even if the guy has gone and signed an application form with some punishing terms and conditions, nevertheless the law requires that you will refund that amount to him because you have not entered into a contract with him or he has not entered into a contract with you. When there is no contract, any money that you have given to the company without a transaction, an actual transaction having taken place, that money is kept in trust with the company. Under the assumption that the contract was going to happen, under the assumption that the transaction was going to happen. Transaction did not happen, so that money has to be refunded to you. When does the transaction happen? The transaction happens when you accept all the terms and conditions that are there in an agreement which you will sign. There are a whole lot of terms and conditions. Typically, we have terms and conditions running into over 100 pages or 200 pages. It will contain exactly how many square feet the flat will be. It will contain a lot of other details like the dimensions, the location, the shape of the flat, how many floors the apartment block is going to have, how many towers there will be in this project, what are the amenities, and so on and so forth. It's a big agreement. If you agree to each and every one of those terms and conditions and sign up and say, yes, I agree to each and every one of these terms and conditions, then after you sign up on each and every page of it, then you register the agreement, then you have entered into the transaction for the under construction project. Until then, essentially you are outside the transaction, which means the transaction has not happened, which means that money which you have given to the builder prior to the transaction has to be returned to you because the builder has failed to enter into a transaction with you, has failed to enter into a contract with you. Hence, there is no breach of contract, no forfeiture.